Hey, this is Rick again, your bike fitness coach, and another video on saddles. This question comes up all the time, and let's get into this part of the question a little bit more detail. Is my saddle worn out? And what do you recommend I get for a new saddle? What we've experienced over here, and after having about, end of last year, I had a long talk, an hour talk with Dr. Pruitt, and very, very nice gentleman. We went over a lot of stuff, how the his saddle designs were started within Specialized, how he built it, why he built it, and yeah, a whole hour of conversations. Fantastic, fantastic guy with a lot of wealth of information. So with that, basically Dr. Pruitt said that with the Specialized Power saddle, for men, they did away with ED. So this is a great saddle for male riders. The Specialized Power, you can designate the power saddle with the big opening, the big cutout in the middle of the saddle. So any power saddle, there's 4 or 5 different levels. Level of increasing value or increasing amount of money. Basically, the bottom of the line is the comp. The next one up is the expert. Those are essentially the same saddle, except for one has the steel rails and one has titanium rails. When you move up from there, you get into more and more carbon parts on the saddle. The saddle gets lighter. There's less padding. It's more for racing. So you can choose your level of comfort within the power line. For women, he eventually came up with a power, what they call mimic, where they've taken the hole and they filled it in a little bit to relieve some of the pressure for the women rider. You can, that saddle is designated by the word mimic inside, and it has the hole partially filled in from the male's or the men's power saddle. Not for men. And what my experience is, and I've talked to other male cyclists as well, with the mimic, it gives you too much or not enough relief, and a lot of male riders go numb on this saddle. So this is not meant, or I would not recommend this for male riders. On the other hand, I don't recommend this for the female riders. If you want to go to Specialized's website and go look up body geometry, they get into pretty much detail of why this is the case. So basically, this is not recommended for women, again, designated by the hole in the saddle, where this one is recommended for women and not men. So they come out with a new saddle with the hole partially filled in, which is the mirror. I equate this to very similar to the Mimic. I've gotten this saddle myself to test it. And yes, I go numb on this saddle as well. I've had actually take two problems with this saddle. I've actually had to take all that webbing in the middle that the arrow's pointed to and cut it out to make it into a true power saddle. And also, if you look at the edges of this saddle, where the transition from the top of the saddle to the hole it is more of a 90-degree. So you start feeling that coming through your chamois after a longer ride. So again, I don't recommend this saddle for men, maybe for women, but definitely not for men. With that short video, hope this helps in saddle selection. Until next time, see you then.